How instant noodles are made in factories. 1 billion noodles every year.
Every year, around 100 billion packs of instant noodles are consumed worldwide. But have you ever stopped while enjoying that comforting bowl of instant noodles to wonder how they got there?
Yes, and that's why I'm watching
In reality,
this video.
That humble block of noodles is the result of
I want to know how they get it to that shape.
It all starts with the raw material. Wheat flour. The flour is mixed with water and salt, creating an elastic and sturdy paste.
Why is he talking like this?
Essential for the future noodles. After kneading, the dough is allowed to rest for a set period. This resting time allows the gluten to relax, making the dough more flexible. This helps make the following rolling and cutting process easier. Once the perfect dough is obtained, it goes through a series of rollers that flatten it to the desired thickness. Initially thicker than your arm, is transformed into a thin sheet, thinner than rice paper.
Damn, man.
This process not only determines the final thickness of the noodles, but also contributes to their unique texture. Passing through the rollers helps develop the gluten in the flour, giving the noodles their characteristic elasticity. It is stretched and thinned until it reaches the right thickness for instant noodles. Once transformed into a thin sheet, the dough is directed to cutting machines, where it is cut into noodles.
Wait, did I miss this? How did they get all like curled up like that? Have I had a DNA test to see if I'm Mark Wahlberg's son? I think I'm too old to be Mark Wahlberg's son, to be honest with you. I don't even know how old he is. How old's Mark Wahlberg? He's 54? Mark Wahlberg's 54? Good old AI. That's not an AI voice. I don't think this is an AI voice. You guys think this is an AI voice? All right.
Each cutter is equipped with an array of blades that can be adjusted to produce noodles of various shapes and sizes, from the thin threads of ramen soup to the wider flat noodles of pasta. The noodles are not yet ready for the soup. The noodles are separated and collected on trays or conveyors. At this stage, a starch coating is applied to the noodles to prevent them from sticking together.
Starch coating?
The noodles are initially too moist and tender for long-term pantry storage. To overcome this, the noodles undergo a steam cooking process, during which they are exposed to high temperatures.
No way.
This step contributes to the development of their ultimate flavor and texture. Next, they undergo a quick frying process that removes moisture and makes them crispy, facilitating long-term storage. This rapid cooking process aims to stabilize the structure of the noodles and remove excess surface starch. Noodles are rinsed with cold water to stop the cooking process and reduce their temperature. This helps to maintain the right texture of the noodles and prevents them from becoming soggy.
Oh, that's you don't want a soggy noodle, guys. Once the noodles are rinsed
and cooled, they are drained to remove excess water. The noodles are subjected to a drying process to remove the remaining moisture.
I want to hear about this drying process.
This process can be carried out through air drying or using controlled hot air. In the case of air drying, the noodles are placed in areas with good air circulation to allow moisture to evaporate gradually. During the drying process, temperature and time are carefully controlled to avoid overheating or inadequate drying of the noodles.
The noodle. Maybe this is AI voice. I don't know if somebody's voice is like that. It's too consistent. Now you guys got me on this kick of, is this an AI voice? It's very consistent. I would be shocked now, actually, if this was a real voice.
The result is that familiar block of dry and compact noodles.
This is what I'm talking about.
Be revived with some hot water.
That's crazy.
The interesting part of the process is the formation of the noodle blocks. After steaming and frying, the noodles are placed in molds that give them their characteristic square or circular shape, typical of the instant noodles we know. While the noodle block remains essentially the same in each brand, it's the broth and seasonings that make each package different.
Oh yeah, Instant baby.
Noodle broths can be very diverse, ranging from classic chicken broth to rich and spicy options. Each broth is prepared separately in enormous kettles that can hold up to thousands of liters of soup at a time.
What?
Spices, aromatic ingredients, and proteins are slow cooked together,
Damn.
resulting in a rich and concentrated
That's a lot of
liquid
green onions.
that is later dehydrated and turned into powder. These dry seasonings not only add flavor, but also texture and color to the final soup, making each bowl a feast for the senses. Once the broths and seasonings are ready, it's time to package them along with the noodles. The noodle blocks, powdered broth, and dry seasonings are placed together in individual packages. This not only keeps all the components together, but also ensures the freshness of the ingredients.
Yeah, there's my boy, the Maruchan.
The noodles are ready to be sent to stores around the world, waiting for the moment when someone adds hot water to bring them back to life. The design of instant noodle packaging is not only aesthetically pleasing, but also functional. The inner aluminum foil keeps the noodles fresh and protected from light, moisture, and microorganisms.
Ah, okay.
Some packages are designed to serve as a temporary bowl, allowing the preparation and consumption of noodles in the same packaging to ensure that each package of instant noodles reaches you in perfect condition. A team of expert tasters test each batch of noodles and broths to ensure they meet the taste expectations.
What? How do you get
However,
that job?
despite their convenience and popularity, it's also true that instant noodles have been criticized for their sodium levels and trans fat content.
Are you kidding me? How do you get that job? These factories have an expert panel of tasters? Is this what they do all day? No way. That's an amazing job. I want that job. I want to be an instant noodle taster for like Marushan factory. That was actually pretty interesting with the instant ramen stuff.